Welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the 4 keys to homesteading today. Homesteading was once defined by a person or a family who would pack up everything that they had, travel hundreds of thousands of miles to a new land where they would build a house, start farming, have animals, start a new life. Today, homesteading isn't so much about that. Homesteading is a mindset, an approach to life. Homesteading is acting in such a way so that we can find the independence, the self-reliance, and the security that we seem to be losing in today's world. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like the increased complexity and the specialization of life has caused me to be left behind. If you own a car manufactured in the last 10 years or so, much of it you can no longer fix yourself. You need to take it to a garage so that they can fix it once they hook it up to one of their computerized analyzers. For most people today, breakfast, lunch, dinner, they come from a grocery store or a fast food restaurant. A few months ago, I went down to my local Walmart to buy a few things, and as I walked in, they had a big handwritten sign up saying cash only sales. It seemed that the internet was down, and because of that, none of the registers could take debit or credit cards. So many people, when seeing those signs, they just turned around and they left the store. They had nothing with them other than debit and credit cards. We have become so dependent on technology and the internet for so much, including, in this example, the ability to buy even food and other essentials. Every time they call for a big storm, the grocery store shelves are empty. There seems to be a run on toilet paper almost every month, depending on what's in the news. We seem to be losing control of our lives, what we can do or fix, what we can buy, when we can buy it. And I think that's what's creating the pushback as we emotionally and intellectually, we want to get control of our lives again. And we want to live in a simpler and a more secure time. I believe that's the driving force of the homestead movement today. And as I stated just a few moments ago, in the past, homesteading meant traveling hundreds of thousands of miles to a new land, starting a farm, getting livestock, and building a house. Today, I believe for most who want to have the homesteading approach to life, it simply means they want to regain some of the simple things in life that we seem to have lost control over. The homesteading approach to life is the pursuit of an increased independence and of self-reliance and of security. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to go in the backyard and dig a hole to live in, or go out and try to find a Cold War era bunker to make our home. It means that what we want to do is we need to find some key elements that will give us that independence, the self-reliance, and the security that we desire, all the while still enjoying and making use of the technology that surrounds us. So that when the internet goes out or the electricity, we still have the independence and the security we need as we build up that wall of self-reliance. The external no longer controls our independence and self-reliance and security. That, to me, is what defines homesteading today. To survive and to thrive, even if the stock market crashes, even if there's hyperinflation, we need to live by the homesteading principles that have always protected our forefathers in the past. The key is to survive and thrive regardless of who's in the White House or who's in the Congress or what the markets do or what the news is that day or if there's shortages of food or other essentials. That's the idea. That's the idea of homesteading today. That independence, that self-reliance, that security. The question is, how can we rebuild this kind of self-reliance, this kind of independence into our lives? How can we build a wall of resiliency to protect us, no matter what's happening outside that wall? We can build that resiliency by focusing on the 4 keys of homesteading today, what this video is all about. Those 4 keys, those 4 elements will give us that independence and self-reliance and security that we need. And those 4 key elements are easy to remember because they're spelled out in the first 4 letters of the word homesteading. H-O-M-E. Each of those letters stands for a different element of homesteading today. And the H, the first letter, stands for harness. Harness the best of the past. Our nation has such a rich history, a heritage of independence and self-reliance. And that's true of so many others whose ancestors grew up in other countries. But we so often forget what we can learn from the past. We don't harness the best of the past to make our presents and futures even better. That's one focus of my channel, to harness the best of the past. I have posted and will continue to post historic recipes from yesterday. I like to cook with cast iron and the like. Now my oven may be modern, but by harnessing the skills and recipes of the past, I am harnessing the best of the past to enjoy the present and prepare for the future. The same is true for gardening and for edible landscaping, the other main focuses of this channel. In the months to come, you will see that it doesn't matter how much land you have. If you have 1/10 of an acre, or you have container gardening, or even if you have 100 acres, you can harness the best of the past to make yourself more independent and more self-reliant in terms of gardening and growing and preserving your own food. I think back to the victory gardens of yesterday. I think back to, for most of our history, if you didn't grow it, you didn't eat it. In cooking, in gardening, and in other areas, the first key to homesteading is H, harnessing the best of the past. The next key to homesteading is the O in home. The O stands for overcome. Overcome the risks of the present. Now, once we have harnessed the best of the past, we need to determine how we can use those things to overcome the risks of the present. What are your risks in the present? Looking back at the story I shared earlier, what would you have done if you went to your local Walmart or grocery store and they had a sign up that said no debit or no credit cards were being accepted because of an internet outage? How can you best prepare to overcome a risk like that? What are other risks that you see that you can prepare for now? Make a list and plan to overcome those risks. That's the second key to homesteading today. Overcome. Overcome the risks of the present. Now, the third key to homesteading focuses on the third letter in the word home, the M. And the M stands for master. Master the skills needed for the future. Now, once you've seen the need to harness the best of the past and have made your plan to overcome the risks of the present, we need to master the skills needed for our future. Self-reliance really comes from learning and mastering the skills we need to protect our independence and self-reliance. Are you able to fix the things around you that you need for everyday life? Do you have the skills needed to grow your own food, to preserve your own food, and ultimately to cook your own food? Mastering the skills needed in homesteading will be a focus of this channel going forward. We will be learning how to do those things together. And so that's the third key, M, master the skills needed for the future. And the fourth key in homesteading focuses on the last letter in the word home, the E, and E stands for encourage. Encourage others on the homesteading path. We are a community and we need to help and encourage each other along the homesteading path. Sometimes outsiders who look at those with the homesteading mentality, they think that we're guided by a mindset that's antisocial and that we want to pull away from relationships with others. But really the opposite of that is true. As we harness the best of the past, as we overcome the risks of the present, as we master the skills needed for the future, we know we can't do it alone. We need to encourage and learn from like-minded people and build a community together. The Amish and the Mennonite communities of today are perfect examples of this. They follow the keys that we've looked at in this video, and they know they lead to independence and self-security, but while at the same time they're building communities to support each other, to teach each other, to learn from one another, and ultimately to encourage one another. I want to use this channel to encourage each of you on your homesteading path. And I hope each of you will do the same to help encourage me and others on the homesteading path by sharing in the comments below and on the community page. Well, those are, as I see it, the 4 keys to homesteading today. Harness the best of the past, overcome the risks of the present, master the skills needed for the future, and encourage others who are on the same homesteading path. And that's what we will be doing on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this introduction, looking at the 4 keys to homesteading today. And I ask you to please like and subscribe so we can continue this homesteading journey together. I look forward to seeing you next time. And Charlie, my little homesteading helper, he says hi, and he looks forward to seeing you again too. Bye-bye.